All right, George, take it away.
Okay, this one has got a bit of a story that comes with it. The song is by Tom Russell. He wrote it long before I ever heard it, but I had an experience, I don't know, 20, 30 years ago. I was working for Gerber. It's in Mexico. I was in Mexico a lot. And I decided I'd take a tourist day on Sunday, and so I went to see the biggest religious shrine in North America, which is, of course, the Church of the Iglesia de Guadalupe. Guadalupe is the Virgin Mary. And so you've got a lot of really strong Catholics, probably 98% in Mexico. So this is a really big deal. In the Second Mexican Revolution, the church lost all of its property, except for this one church. And I went to see, principally not that, but another church that I'd read about in an engineering magazine. And what they'd done is there was an Aztec temple, the one that Cortez talks about in the books that you read. Well, they took it down, and they used the foundation to build this gigantic cathedral, which one time was on the lake right there and had a beautiful spot. Well, the lake, of course, was consumed by the population. It's now the biggest city in the Western Hemisphere. So as they consumed the water, the land went down. As the land went down, the church started to fall in, and all the pillars started to tilt. Well, it's a historical monument, and they wanted to preserve it. So they put great big rings around the tops of the columns, and they put truss rods between each column and a big turnbuckle in the middle, so that as this thing goes down and they measure with lasers, they turn the turnbuckles and they keep everything standing up straight. Great idea. So the tour guide is talking at the top of his voice, and there's 4 groups around us having mass. And I asked him, how can you guys be disturbing all this stuff like this? And he explained to me when we went out that since they owned the building, it belongs to the people, and you can do anything you want in there. What the religious people are doing is what they want to do, and what we're doing is making money. Okay, listen to that. Then there's this long row of guys outside, maybe 50, 75 guys, all single file. They're going into a real long, thin building. They come out the other end. There's no windows, there's just 2 doors. And I asked the guide, I said, what are they doing there in that little building? It's adobe, single story, maybe, I don't know, this tall. So they got to crouch down when they get in there. He says, well, that's all the guys that are alcoholics. And they want to get a blessing from the priest so that they can get rid of their alcohol problem. He says, but if you slip them a 20, you don't have to start till Monday morning. Yeah. So anyway, Tom Russell wrote this song, and a lot of the stuff that I was seeing down there kind of comes into this. This is called Guadalupe. There are ghosts out in the rain tonight, high up in these ancient trees. I've given up without a fight, another blind fool on his knees. And all the gods that I've abandoned here begin to speak in simple tongue. Suddenly I've come to learn there are no roads left to run. It's the hour when dogs are barking, that's what the old ones used to say. It's sundown or it's midnight before the children cease their play. And when the mountains flow like mission wine, turn gray like a Spanish Rome, 10,000 eyes will stop to worship, turn as one and head for home. She is reaching out her arms tonight. Lord, my poverty is real. I pray roses will rain down on me from Guadalupe on her hill. But who am I to doubt these mysteries, cured in centuries of blood and candle smoke? I am the least of all your pilgrims here. I am the most in need of hope. to Juan Diego. She left their image on his cape. 500 years of sorrow did not disturb their simple faith. So here I am, your restless disbeliever, a doubt and Thomas drowned in tears. I watch your church sink through the earth like a heart borne down through tears.